bull fucking shit. That's what the fuck. It's like, does WWE hate us that much? I don't know. Okay.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
First of all, happy Puerto Rican Day Parade to all my Puerto Ricans out there, man. Love being Boricua. So I watched Money in the Bank last night, right? And first of all, I apologize for my dumbass neighbors playing music, if you hear that shit. So, I watched Money in the Bank last night, right? And the way I felt was a little ugh. So I said to myself, let me go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and do my video. Because if you were there watching my live stream, you understand why I was mad. Right? I did that. I wake up and I'm more mad than what I was last night. Because it wasn't a dream. That shit happened. So let's start off. Let's just start it off, okay? The women's Money in the Bank contract match. Let's talk about that one. Loved it. Wasn't one of my favorites, but I loved it. The spots were pretty cool, you know. But it wasn't nothing too crazy. I felt like last year's was way better and the year prior to that. But this one had the bigger names. You had 3 up-and-comers and 3 big faces and veterans in the game. I loved it. Naomi winning was the obvious choice and the perfect choice. Now it's either going to be she takes it from Tiffany and her and Jade continuing. Maybe Jade takes it away from her or Jade wins it eventually and Naomi cashes it in and they continue it. Either or, I don't mind it. I love it.
It's facts!
Cool. I'm happy Naomi finally got the spotlight. After everything she's been through, I saw that press conference she did next to Big E. Literally made me cry. So I'm okay with that, right? Then, oh my fucking god, no, give me a minute. Okay, then you had Dom and you had Dom and Octagon Jr., I think his name was. I didn't get to watch World Collide. So I was actually going to watch it after Money in the Bank. But Money in the Bank actually got me really fucking pissed off that I didn't even watch Worlds Collide. So I still got to watch that shit. But even though it got spoiled for me already. But I still might watch it. But anywho, Octagon Jr. versus Dominic. Dominic finally defended the title for like the 2nd or 3rd time, I think, since WrestleMania. Nothing crazy. Dom was going to win, you know. I do find it weird how every time Liv is out there, and she's one half of the tag team champs, they're making it hold it like if it's a singles belt. Even one of my main supporters commented that shit on my stream. But whatever. Dom wins. Bada bing, bada boom. Cool. Whatever. Then you have Becky versus Lyra. I wasn't a fan of the match. I'm going to keep it a buck. I wasn't interested. I wanted that story to stop. And I kind of knew Becky was going to win the minute she'd be like, if I lose, I'll never challenge you for that championship again. And I'm like, oh, she already lost. So you know they're going to give her the win. And of course, she won by a roll-up. And now I know what you're saying. Oh, roll-up, you're going to protect the character, right? You're going to protect Lyra. No, let's have Lyra legit be a bitch and have Becky be this big mean girl and make her grab her wrist and hold it up in the crowd left and right. I'm looking at that shit, right? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is they doing? They're making Lyra look weak as hell. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? They made Lyra look like a fucking dummy. And yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh, but she kicked her at the end. I'm like, yeah, cool. But what was the point of the whole raising her hand? No, you beat the fuck out of her and you dip. You don't freaking be like, oh, let me know. I hate that shit. There's no reason for Becky to have that title. I know Bayley's gonna come back eventually and beat Becky for the IC title. But do we really believe that's gonna happen? Do we really believe that? For how long? Bayley should have been back. But no. Man, whatever, man. It's some bullshit. Like, I didn't like that. I felt like they made Lyra look weak. I don't care if she came beating her ass in the end. That was dumb. I didn't like that. Don't like that whatsoever. And then it was the men's Money in the Bank.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
This is where everything. First of all, it was way better than the women's. Off the bat. Love the spot. But I love my favorite. I think my favorite, and I kind of felt like they should have showed the part, but I understood why. And then I grabbed, who was it? Grande Americano, right? And had his legs here and whatever, and launched him up to a ladder. And then he got onto the ladder, got on the other ladder, leaped over to get to the other ladder, and headbutted Penta to get down. I think it was.
Okay.
And then that was pretty cool. Then LA Knight, LA Knight went up, did his thing, threw him down. It was cool. First of all, can I just say, all seriousness though, with Chad Gable, that was a scary spot. I saw his head. Legit, homie looked like any minute he could have hit that ladder and could have cracked open his head. Like, that's not even funny. Like, I had to fucking watch it again to see it, and I'm like, oh damn, he almost hit that ladder for real. So yeah, shout out to Chad Gable.
Who?
Grande Americano, all that shit. So that happens. Then you have Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed come out. That was a given. I'm thinking Sammy or Punk are gonna come out, do their thing. But then I remember, wait, Solo's in the match. So when I saw JC Matuo or whatever they call him now, just call him Jeff Cobbs. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. JC Matuo or whatever and Jacob Fatu come out. I'm like, oh, okay. I like this. But then I'm like, wait a minute though.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
My boy Jacob gonna get his lick back. And that's exactly what he did. So they took him out, and oh my God, I love how he said, I hate you, and took him out and put him through the ladder.
That you
Beautiful. Love it. Now, the only problem is, and I hope this doesn't happen, it's obviously they're gonna feud for that US title. I just hope Solo doesn't take it away from him. That's all I hope. But I don't think they're gonna do that. But yeah, so that's that. I loved it. Solo's out the equation. And you would think Seth is out the occasion. No. So fast forward, first of all, Penta kept going back up. Like, that man took so many crazy bumps and kept climbing. Respect to Penta. But then you have LA Knight climbing. Looks like LA Knight might actually do it. And then what happens? CM Punk takes it. Curse stomps him. He's climbing the ladder. I said CM Punk. I meant Seth Rollins. Sorry. This is how mad I get. I really thought CM Punk was going to come out and cost Seth Rollins the Money in the Bank contract. I really fucking thought that shit. Because you would think, hey, he doesn't have a match and this is Money in the Bank. He still should be a part of the show. No. That doesn't happen. Sammy doesn't come out. Punk doesn't come out. Nobody comes out. And it ends with Seth Rollins winning the Money in the Bank contract for the second time in his career. For no fucking reason. Like, what was the reason? What was the reason?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
On some real shit. What was the reason? It made no fucking sense. It really fucking, like, y'all don't understand. First of all, this is the third year in a row LA Knight is in the Money in the Bank contract match. And the third year in a row, he doesn't win? What happened to all that bullshit of good things happen to people that wait? Man,
Shut your bitch ass up.
Triple H, what kind of bullshit was that? And don't say that US title shit. What was it? Cause that cannot be a mid-card title where you barely put any focus on it when he had it. That you can't count that. You cannot. Because he made it work. Don't get it twisted. But he should have had a better. He should have been open more. He should have been on TV way more and more segments and more matches on PLEs. Don't give me that crap. It should have been LA Knight. You already got me pissed the fuck off because Karrion Kross wasn't in the match. Now you're telling me LA Knight is gonna lose at that? No, that's some bullshit. That right there's bullshit. I don't give a fuck about the story. He's trying to take the future of or he is the future of WWE. First of all, how long has it been the future of WWE? I remember they said that shit when I was in elementary school. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Listen, I got nothing against Seth. I really fucking don't. But, like, at the same time, bro, for the last 10 years, all this dude has done is win and win and win. If it's not Roman, it's him. Every fucking time, he's the center of attention. Like, when was the last time this dude held a mid-card title? Or just wasn't even in anything important, just was there wrestling? Like, because, like, to me, how you gonna have a legend like Randy Orton, who's gonna do feuds without championships and make it interesting, but you have Seth Rollins, a guy who that could take a fucking break. In my opinion, he needs a fucking break from this shit. Like, he doesn't need a Money in the Bank contract. He doesn't need to be in the world title picture. He doesn't need a title. He could just be there for a minute. Let him just be there. But no. Triple H just loves Seth because Seth is what Roman was to Vince McMahon. That's Triple H's golden boy. That's the one he hold his hands. And I'm sick of that shit, bro. Kayfabe and reality rise. Like, on some real shit. Kayfabe or not, Triple H has always holded that man's hand. And I'm sick of that shit. It's like, look at me wrong, he's one of the best to ever do it. But Jesus Christ, did he really need this shit? Does he really need this shit? Like, LA Knight has to suffer just so he can fucking, for a dude who doesn't need it? Like, that's some bullshit, bro. LA Knight should have won. It was in his hometown. You already fucked up 2 years ago, 3 years ago, with WrestleMania 39 not having him there. Then you fucking are in his hometown. The third year in a row he's in that match and he loses again. I was a little okay with the first time he lost. Because I said to myself, I like Damian Priest, and there's always next year. And then last year, you guys fucking gave it to Drew McIntyre just so he could lose it the same night. And then this year, you'll think third time's the charm. They're gonna get it right. No, they don't fucking get it right. And now I'm fucking worried. I'm worried of what's the reaction gonna be for LA Knight. Man, it's some bullshit, bro. It's only so much. It's only so much. The crowd. Okay. Let me put it like this. Us internet fans are different from the crowd. We can still support LA Knight. The crowd can boo him just because it's like, yo, we tried, but they're not doing nothing with you. We might as well give up on you. They gave up on you a minute ago. They'll give that reaction to him, even though we won't. That's what scares me. They go off of the crowd. They don't go off of us to a degree, because it's going to get to my next point. The tag match. Don't care. I didn't care for it. I'm sick of it. Logan Paul, I don't give a fuck. I'm sick of it. It was nothing too special in my opinion. It really wasn't. I wasn't into it. I really wasn't into it. The whole fucking drone and Logan like, oh, I'm vlogging and I'm wrestling. Like, what was the point of the spot of him having the drone like this just to take a suplex and then whatever? It's like, bro, let go of the fucking camera and dodge it. Like, literally, it was stupid in my opinion. Like, the whole, hey, I have no energy to get out this superplex off the top rope and shit, but I have enough energy to hold up the camera. Like, what the fuck? I hate that shit. It makes no sense. I get it. He's a fucking YouTuber. Like, no. And then the whole moonsault to the... Bro, people got mad at me because I said, oh, I don't care about that spot he did with Jey Uso for the announcement table. You know why? Because that in almost every match, he does something where he lands on the announcement table. I don't give a fuck. Like, I've seen that move plenty of times. Oh, but it's a moonsault. Okay, so what? It's not a moonsault instead of a frog splash. Whatever. I don't care. And then everybody's like, oh, you just hating. Okay, if I'm hating, then you're dick riding.
It's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say.
Because the same ones that get mad at me because I said, yo, I don't care. He does the same things. Or the same one they always say, you know, just because you don't like him doesn't mean you can't deny that he's not that good or entertaining. Who gives a fuck? I can say whatever the fuck I want. This is my fucking channel. So if I say that I don't like that shit, I can say I don't like that shit.
Yes, sir. This nigga spitting.
Fuck out of here, bro. Because you know what the problem is, right? Y'all just punk asses scared to admit y'all Logan Paul fans. Because y'all know people will hate y'all if y'all actually like Logan Paul. So that's why y'all always say, oh, even though I didn't like him, his wrestling is good. I don't give a fuck about his wrestling. I can see all that shit in AEW on some real shit. Like, his whole moveset is literally Hangman Adam Page. And I don't even like Hangman Adam Page like that, to be honest.
Damn.
I really don't. But his whole moveset is that. He just added a couple fucking tricks. Like, some fucking shit. He takes shit from everybody. Like, who gives a fuck? He does a couple of flips. Whoop-de-doo. But then, probably the one good thing that happened that whole night, besides Naomi winning, R-Truth came back. And took Cena and got him. Now, I kind of knew it. First, can I just say this? When I first saw someone attack Cena, for some weird reason, for a split second, I thought it was Roman. I don't know why.
Really, nigga?
And to be honest, I saw the all black, so I thought Samoan automatically, because those are the only ones that wear all black when they come to attack. But then I saw the shirt pull up a little
Pause.
bit, and then I saw the legs. I'm like, hold on, that's a black guy. I said to myself, it's gotta be Truth. It's gotta be Truth. He takes it off. You can't even see his eyes. It's Truth. Finally, R-Truth is back in WWE. Cool. I love it. Y'all saw my video. I was sad as fuck. I did not like that he was let go or they weren't gonna renew his contract or whatever the fuck it was. And he came back. Now, that tells me whatever. What I said earlier, how the WWE doesn't listen to us unless at certain moments. They finally listen to us. They brought back R-Truth. You don't let go of Truth. Truth is a WWE lifer. We always say how Roman, Seth, Taker, Cena, Orton are lifers. R-Truth is up there as a lifer. Like, why would you release him? You were using him all the time. He was just in the WWE Championship match with Cena. His merchandise always sells the most. He gets a crowd reaction like no other. Like, come on, why would you release him in the first place or try to let him go? And do not look at this shit and be like, oh, WWE just swerve us. No, you dick riders that think WWE are these masterminds that come up with everything. No, they were gonna let him go. Because the whole locker room legit tweeted out, hell fucking no, this can't be true. We love you, Truth. Kathy was crying. So do not sit there and be like, oh, well, they probably didn't tell them. No. This was not a work. This was not a work. This was true. We kept chanting, we want Truth. And the reason why, because they know we were going to pull a CM Punk. We were going to chant that man's name month after month, year after year. Yeah, I believe we was going to do that. Because R-Truth is one of the best to ever do it. Entertaining-wise and wrestling-wise. So don't sit there and say, oh, it was a work. They worked all of us. No, they fucking didn't. They fucking got scared because they knew that R-Truth would have been treated way better somewhere else. Bro, he could have gone to TNA. They would have been a world champ. Or NWO. Or even AEW. And yeah, maybe he would have been in a private Ring of Honor. Whatever. He would have been treated right. They would have paid him that good money. But they did the right thing bringing him back. Bada bing, bada boom. Cody and Jey Uso win. Whatever. Look. Money in the Bank was not that good. Only two good moments happened. Truth being back and Naomi winning. That's it. Nothing else interesting happened to me. I was not a fan of the show. This was one of the worst Money in the Bank matches and the contract events I've seen. And I've seen a lot of them. It's not the worst, but it's one of them. I just didn't find it entertaining. So, that's that. Seth Rollins was the dumbest thing ever. Like, the worst moment was Seth winning. The best moment was R-Truth coming back. There. That's that. I'm telling you, man. WWE, every time you do something right, you end up fucking yourselves over and over. Like, why? Why? With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.